What's up YouTube? Skyline Dude here for another video. Today we are going to do a quick review of my WRX. It has not gotten a lot of love ever since I purchased the Skyline, but it is my first baby, and I just want to do a quick video on the likes and dislikes of my Subaru that I have owned for about 4 years now. So yeah, let's get in and go for a drive. We are in the Subaru. So with this review, I'm not really going to go over too much of the technical, aspects of like the interior or the engine. I think you guys all know that stuff from other videos. So I'm going to just go over my personal opinion of the car, I guess. Take that what you will with it. But anyway, so we can start with the interior. As many of you know, Subarus are not known for their great interiors. The interior is pretty basic. A lot of the materials are pretty plasticky. Definitely nothing fancy in here. The radio is, okay. A lot of rattles and stuff like that. This car only has about, 40,000 miles on it. So you'd think it wouldn't really have too many of those rattles, but it does. But then again, I'm sure those of you who are looking to buy a Subaru don't really care that much about the interior. You care much more about the driving experience and, that. So, I'm not going to stick around with the interior too long here. As far as exterior styling, when this car first came out in 2011, I was not a huge fan of the design. I really wanted a Hawkeye STI. That was like my dream car. But I will say, as the years went by, this definitely grew on me. And once you lower these cars, put them on some nice wheels, get into the aftermarket with them, I honestly think they're very sharp looking, and I think it's going to age pretty well. I still have love for that Hawkeye STI. But overall, I think did a pretty good job. As far as the new WRXs and stuff, it's not too much my style, but I'm sure just like any newer car, they'll probably grow on me too. But yeah, so as far as that's concerned, pretty happy with that. As far as the driving experience for a Subaru, obviously you got the all-wheel drive. If you have an exhaust, you have that great boxer rumble that everybody loves so much. As far as steering feel and stuff like that, comparing it to the Skyline has a much better steering feel than the Subaru, to be honest. It's not bad, but any newer car I feel is just lacking something in that department. Maybe minus, like a new Miata or a BRZ or something like that. But overall, it's a good driving car. I haven't personally had any problems with this car. Like I said, it's got about 40,000 miles on it, and really besides, tires and oil changes, as far as maintenance is concerned, I really haven't had to do anything to this car. So as far as reliability, I really can't complain. And now there's always those people that when you're looking to buy a car like this, Ringland failure, you got to take that stuff with a grain of salt. Every single case of Ringland failure that does come up, people are going to be posting about it online. That's just what people do. So there's obviously, I think it gets a little bit exaggerated. This car here, as far as modifications, I have a CNT catless downpipe, a nameless axle back exhaust. Let's see, cob intake. I have a Grimspeed boost solenoid. What else do I have? I have a dyno tune via P&L Motorsports in Chicago. If you're in the Chicagoland area, definitely hit up P&L Motorsports. They did a great job. My car on the dyno, it put down 295 wheel horsepower and 312 pound-feet of torque, which really for basically just having an exhaust and, you know, a retune, I think these cars still make really good power for what it is. I've been happy with it so far. Obviously, you always craving more power, but I don't want to mod the car to the point where it does become unreliable. It's like I said, it's my daily driver, so I really don't want to start throwing big turbos and all that stuff on there. To try to make this car something it's not. If you really want something like that, you know, an Evo is just the way to go if that's what you're looking for. Let's see if we can't get a little second gear acceleration here, because it never really gets old. Yeah, it never really gets old. This guy here wants to race. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Pulled. As far as things like, let's see, gas mileage, stuff like that, I get about an average, I'd say 25 miles to the gallon. Now I commute pretty much just on the highway, about 40 minutes every day to work. So, you know, it's okay. Kind of what you expect when you buy a car like this. And I don't baby this car by any means, so I guess I'll take 25 miles to the gallon. Braking for stock, I think it's pretty good. I've never had any problems. I don't really track this car though, so you know, I can't really comment on that. But for those wondering about gas in Tampa, $1.94. Unfortunately, you know we take premium. As far as drone on the highway with this particular exhaust, I'm not sure how well you're able to hear it, but I'll just be quiet for a second and let you hear what it's like at about 65 miles an hour. Overall, not too bad. Honestly, you hear more tire noise than anything. Trunk space, pretty good. All around, you know, like I said, just a pretty good car, very useful. If you live in northern climates, I'm actually from Chicago, so having this in the snow with some good snow tires was honestly just a blast. And these cars just handle amazingly in the snow. Even with me, I have this thing lowered on KW coilovers. Even being slammed, it's still just plowed right through anything that I could throw at it. So definitely, if you live in a northern environment, Subaru is the way to go. But yeah, besides that, there's not much else I can really say about the good old Subaru. If you want to see any better exhaust footage or just rolling shots of the outside, just check out my other videos on my channel. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. Like I said, I'm just starting this YouTube channel up. I'm sure my content will hopefully get better as I make more videos. But for now, I'd really like the support of just getting some subscribers and get going. So with that being said, I'm Skyline Dude, and that's all for today's video.